The Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 hype is so real that new players are checking out the franchise for the first time, playing Xenoverse 2, and even older players are coming back to the game as well. We just got the third highest player count peak over on Steam. We don't know how the player charts look like on Xbox, PlayStation, or the Nintendo Switch consoles. This info is from the Steam database. I find this extremely interesting just because the third highest peak ever since 2016 when the game first came out, and I believe the peak we just got now, we haven't seen anything like this ever since 2018. So big thanks to the homie Reach Out for sharing. Xenoverse 2 currently has over 6,000 active players on Steam. This might be the second or third highest peak it has ever had. Are we back? Is Xenoverse 2 back? Is this thanks to the upcoming Xenoverse 3? We'll go ahead and discuss a little bit about that, but this is the chart that they went ahead and shared. Players right now, this came out about 3 days ago, 6,227, 24-hour peak, and you can see the all-time peak at the top right, close to 20,000 players. That's, of course, when the game initially dropped in 2016, but if we go over to SteamDB, we can see the active players. It's pretty dang early in the morning, and there's still 4,876 users. And I'm just curious why this is happening. Is it really truly because of the hype surrounding Xenoverse 3? It very well could be, just because if we go to the announcement trailer, this came out April 19th. And if we go over to April 19th, let's actually zoom up a little bit past 6 months. You can see during the same week of April 19th, the numbers are starting to climb. Do keep in mind that nothing was going on for Xenoverse 2. No free update, no major epic events, no DLC drop, literally nothing. We're in the dry season of the game where we're all just patiently waiting for the upcoming DLC pack, right? So a very impressive number for Xenoverse 2 when nothing's going on. Again, the sheer hype alone of the next installment of the series, Xenoverse 3. And another reason why this is a bizarre number for the game, because when DLCs typically drop, I don't think it goes up to this amount of players on Steam. Very well could be wrong, but we can actually do the comparison now. So Future Saga Chapter 3, this was not necessarily the hypest DLC of all time. The story mode was great, and it was also the most recent DLC for Xenoverse 2. Came out October 30th, 2025, so if we just go back to the past year, find the October 20th mark right there, and the first week, it went up to 1,744 players. You know, not bad, but not as crazy as where it's at now, 6,422. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about this later on, why that's happening. But if we go to the all-time max, you can see we haven't had this high of a player count ever since 2018 with 6,709 players. Now, this was the time of the Extra Pack 2 DLC with 4 new characters: Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku, Fu, Android 17 from Dragon Ball Super, 5 parallel quests, new skills for the CACs, costumes, accessories, Super Souls, an Awoken skill. This is when they included Super Saiyan Blue, and even the additional story, the epic CGI cutscenes with Fu. We got Goku, and yeah, this was definitely one of the highlights of the entirety of Xenoverse 2, and it's just absurd how we haven't seen this much players all on the same time since 2018. Again, for Steam only. Now, of course, leading up to where we're at now, 2026, there were other great moments during the timeline. October, April, March, all with 3,000 to 4,000 player counts. Impressive numbers throughout the years of the game. Now, why the heck all of a sudden now we're getting the same amount of players that we had back in 2018 with 6,300? Probably because of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. If we zoom up a little bit, we can actually get a close look on when the spike actually happened, which was the 25th of June. And this kind of aligns with the Welcome to the West City trailer, when we got the additional gameplay footage from Summer Game Fest that the content creators provided, and the actual details, the informative descriptions from articles that we've been getting. All this came out June 23rd, and it aligns with the hype, man. You see what I mean? The hype alone of Xenoverse 3 is too great. Now, another reason why this very well could happen, which is probably the main reason, is because Bandai Namco is doing this summer sale where a lot of their games are up to 95% off, and Xenoverse 2, more specifically, has this ginormous sale of 90% off. It's going to end July 9th. The standard, deluxe, and special edition, it will only cost you $2 if you haven't played the game and you want to try it out. This is definitely the best time to do so. $2 for Xenoverse 2. You don't necessarily need all the DLC because it comes jam-packed with content already. The main story, a ton of parallel quest missions, customization, expert missions. You can still play online for $2. That is nice. Deluxe edition will cost you $4 total, and the special edition will cost you $5. Now, of course, each edition comes with their own respective properties. I think some of them may come with DLCs, don't quote me on that. But speaking of DLCs, they're also on sale. Most of them being 50% off. Some of them are going to be 40% off, like this one, the Time Patrol Support Pack. The Dragon Ball Dama Pack is 30% off. The Future Saga Pack set, which also includes Future Saga Chapter 4, which is not out yet. This is $25, a total of $30 for the 4 DLCs. Yeah, I highly recommend picking up Xenoverse 2 if you've always wanted to try it out, because it only will cost you $2. Now, speaking of Future Saga Chapter 4, where the heck is this DLC, man? It's been summer ever since June 21st, and I made a prediction, as you guys probably know, saying that we very well could possibly get a trailer on the 23rd of June, and then the actual DLC content on the 25th of June, Thursday. That obviously never happened. I'm tired of making predictions or speculating out here, but it's now finally July. It's the 1st, and going over to the Steam page, it always said July, August, and or September, which I've always said at the same time, probably just look forward to one of these 3 months, because that's probably when the DLC will be dropping, right? So it has to be at least this month. I don't see it releasing August and or even September, which that very well could happen, but we need it to drop a bit sooner than later, because even though the player base does seem promising right now, they don't necessarily need the DLC to drop to increase the player count. But whenever Future Saga Chapter 4 does drop, everybody's going to be looking forward to the actual story mission. How is this going to lead over into Xenoverse 3, if it even does? Few Supreme Kai of Time USV edition very well could erase the timeline of Xenoverse 2, Time Patrollers. I don't know, man. A lot of us are very curious on how Xenoverse 2 is actually going to end, because they said multiple times that Future Saga Chapter 4 is the final DLC. Now, I guess you could say that they very well could still follow the previous Future Saga chapter patterns, meaning the trailer could still drop on a Tuesday, and we get the DLC on a Thursday, hopefully sometime this month or even next month. I feel like it could drop at the end of July. That's always been my base prediction. Late June or July, right? That's something I've always said. Going over to the actual free update for this week, we have the Super Baby Vegeta 2 Light Raid, one of the easier ones. I think one of the older ones as well. This started June 25th, and it's actually going to end tonight. So if you still want to do this, you have several hours to do so. Xbox, this is going to end tomorrow, July 2nd. Rewards: Hercule Badge, 50 Time Patrol medals, individual gold rewards. If you deal 5,000 damage, you get the title more. The gold Super Oob outfit, hands. going to be the wristbands. 15,000 damage will get you 20 super temporal medals, 50 original medals. The pants of the gold outfit, illustration 385. 30,000 damage will get you 30 more super temporal medals, 50 OG medals. The top part of the gold super boot outfit and illustration 451. 50,000 damage, more medals, the gold shoes, and as well as the scouter and illustration 579. So if we go over to the homie Genic, shout out to them for always providing the additional details. We got all 3 images here, all coming from the CGI animated cutscenes. Uzaru Vegeta using Gallic Gun Goku. Taking a break after using that Ultra Instinct in the Z Saga Majin Buu fight. And Few acting like he cares about Android 16, or was it Gamma 2? No, Android 16, because he had the orange explosion, I believe. Or maybe he did care, I'm not sure. 100,000 damage, 50 medals, 50 super talent medals, and the title Avenger. Pretty dang bare bones raid, if you ask me. It is a light one, so that makes sense. We have the martial arts tournament happening tomorrow as well. It's called the Summer Warrior Martial Arts Tournament. First round. Okay, so I'm assuming there's going to be a second round, third round, so stay tuned for the upcoming tournament events. This starting Thursday, 17 o'clock. So what is that? 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's going to last for 2 days, ending July 4th, 3 a.m. early in the morning, Saturday. Available characters: Nappa, Broly, Beerus, Super Saiyan Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Nail, Bardock, Raccoon, Champa, God of Destruction, Belmod. Participation rewards: so if you just battle once, you get 50 medals. The individual goal rewards: you have to claim 2,000 points to get the stylish suit or bikini. The individual rank rewards: if you place 21st to 50th, that would be 50 medals with 10 super temporal medals. 11th to 20th place will get you 70 medals and 30 super temporal medals. 6th to 10th place will get you 100 medals and 50 super temporal medals. 1st to 5th place will get you the complete set of Dragon Balls, 100 medals and 50 super temporal medals. Okay, so you don't even get the symbol or icons besides your name if you place top 5. Those are the tournaments worth doing, in my personal opinion. I only have one of them, the Dragon Ball Super one, so if the second and third rounds include any of those titles, I might participate in some of them. Probably not. But just wanted to go over this week's update, as well as the resurgence of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Let's go, man. I really want to know what the all-time player peak is going to be when Xenoverse 3 drops. Dude, that's going to be ginormous. And just to reiterate, this is all coming from Steam. Thank you guys for the immense supports. Let me know your best predictions. When do you think Future Saga Chapter 4 will be dropping? I think it's going to be July, but we'll wait and see. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!